Hey guys, I'm Captain Collier with another anime video. In today's video, we're going to be reviewing The Promised Neverland. Now, I have a lot to say about this show as I found it very enjoyable, but littered with things that I just wasn't okay with. So, without further ado, let's get right into the review. Starting things off, I really enjoyed this series, and I mean it. I really enjoyed the horror aspects mainly, and with the demons and how they feed on the brains of children. I find it very horrifying that the kids are basically ignorance and bliss, how they live in bliss, not knowing the fate that each and every single one of them will meet. And some don't even live as long as others. Some died as early as 6 years old. And I find that Of course, the fate that they meet, for what I talk about, is when the demons stick a flower in the chest and eat them. And when I think about it, it doesn't sound as scary, but nonetheless, it's a really great horrific premise, and I love it a lot. Another thing I really enjoyed is the style. I found the style to be pretty good overall, and really nice to look at. I thought the animation was pretty energetic, especially with some of the characters, such as Sister. And I mean, I know it's a basic thing to say, and it's a popular opinion, but it's my opinion, and that's how I feel about the show. The style is really solid. I also believe that Mother was an extremely good antagonist. I feel that she's extremely threatening and effective as a force to deter the children from their goal of escape. I also really enjoy her backstory and how it shows us that no matter what position you have in one of the farms, it's not one to enjoy, and that she has to watch all these children that she raises from childbirth die, and she has to give them up, and I think it's extremely sad. And I just think it's good to show us that no matter what position you have in this universe, it's a bad one, unless you're part of the upper class humans or the demons. I also think that Sister is just a funny character overall, and she's animated really lively whenever she's on screen. She's really expressive, and I just like that a lot. And she captures my attention every time she comes on screen. I mean, that's all I gotta say about that. And finally, I really enjoyed the three central characters, Emma, Ray, and Norman. I thought they were extremely likable and fun to watch, especially when Norman sacrifices himself for everybody else. I think it's really good character writing for all the characters, and I love how they roll off one another and how they're all extremely smart, but they're all very different in their own ways. How Emma is the caring one, while Ray tries to be the realistic, pessimistic one. I think it's really good how they roll off one another. And when Norman dies, it hits hard, and it hits them both extremely hard, and I like that a lot. It leads to some really good moments. Now, of course, there are some things I don't like. The first would be how smart the kids are. I feel that's really reckless and irresponsible for the demons to allow the kids to be taught so well that they could possibly outsmart them, thus losing their meal. And I know that the whole thing is that they want the smart kids for their brains, but if the kids are too smart, wouldn't you just lose your meal regardless? I think it's kind of silly. I also find the way that Norman simply predicted everything is kind of stretching my suspension of disbelief that he knew Ray was going to try to start a fire 2 months after his death. I find that really dumb. It's a small gripe, but it just really did bug me when I was watching it, how smart these kids are. Another issue I had is like how many times you get. It's many times, and it's wild. Like they just keep running and running and running and running and running, and it gets repetitive. I know there's a story reason, but it still got my nerves. It's not that big of a complaint though. And I guess my final gripe of the series is that I feel like the ending could have went on just a tiny bit longer. And while I do think the ending's good overall, I just wanted more. And I'm still fine with the ending, but I just wanted a little bit more. Overall, I really enjoyed the show. I liked the main characters, the antagonist, the plot. Really, everything was pretty solid. While I do believe some stuff could be tweaked, I enjoyed it regardless. Overall, I would have to give Promised Neverland a solid 8 out of 10. I found it really enjoyable. And while nothing led my jaw to be dropped, like that initial reveal in episode 1, still pretty solid. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.